Well, there we go. Already starting wrong. Okay. Yeah, guys. That was my bad. I should have noticed that the mic was off. So let's start over. Welcome, everybody, to another Two Trusted Misfits show. This is our pre Christmas show. Um, Pre-Christmas show. We're doing it today because obviously, who's gonna be a new Christmas Eve watching us. So thanks to the guys that are texting me to let me know about the sound. I just I forget with this program I get muted automatically, but I had muted my mic earlier, and that turns on when I hit it. Nah, I ain't no weed smoker. I gotta wait till I retire. Um, so what I was saying is your boy Blunt will not be with us tonight. Your boy Blunt's not feeling well. Just texted him earlier, actually, like the couple minutes just before going on, just to make sure he could make it. He says he won't be able to make it. So, guys, a couple of hearts on the screen for Blunt. He's not feeling well. Hopefully, he'll be with us on the next show to end the year. And that's it. Joe Blunt, like I said before, hope you're feeling well. This is for you. Get well soon. If anybody knows Blunt, you can reach out to him to see that he's okay on how he's doing, but he's not feeling well. I think he's under the weather right now. So let's start this up. Let me thank everybody that's joined us. Jose Reyes, Robbie Tesorero, Joe Martinez, what's up? Lloyd Archer, and everybody that continues coming in. Thank you for joining this show. This is going to be a kind of a special show for me and a very difficult show for me, guys. Already feeling it. Um, let's hope you guys like the little Christmas intro. Let me just put this in a banner for anybody that comes in right now. Um this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Christmas is in a couple of days. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Um uh, Christmas is a very tough time for many of us. We've There's many of us that have lost loved ones, and losing a loved one is in any time in the year is never good. So let's take a moment of silence right now for those that will not be with us this Christmas. I want to send a special condolence to a very close friend of mine. I'm not going to name his name because I haven't spoken to him yet, but who just lost his grandmother. Our condolences to him. Um, my best friend's boss also had a loss in the family. His dad, just that day was just today. So condolences to his family. Anyone that's going through a tough time right now or lost someone in the family, I want to take a moment of silence right now. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and if you have someone who you're missing, who you wish was here right now, you wish it could be with you for Christmas, and won't be here, just throw your hearts up and throw the name on there on the screen if you can. A little prayer for them. Just post the name so we can keep a moment of silence. We're gonna take about a minute, and then we'll continue with the show. Okay. Okay. So again, there was a moment of silence for all those that are not with us, won't be with us for the holidays. My condolences to anyone else who may have lost someone that I don't know about. And reason I'm doing this, I've actually spoken to my wife. Usually I post a lot of private stuff on my page. Um, and some people that know me know probably what I'm going to talk about. But the reason, I just want to into it. The reason I want to talk about this is because I'm trying to find someone. It's someone that stepped up during that moment, that really tough moment that I had. So for those of you who don't know, this is ah was December 25th, um 2004. Okay. I was working at a Flatbush Depot. Oh, should have grabbed some tissues. I was working at a Flatbush Depot, and I was doing the 41. I was doing my trip. I believe it was just before. It wasn't my swing. It was like almost 1 o'clock. I was heading to the last stop downtown Brooklyn. I got there, and at that point, I had we had the beeper, so I saw the beeper, so I had a message. Um, so I called the number, and this man was on the other line, and he was that time he was my daughter's mother's boyfriend. So I pick up the phone. I'm at the end of the line. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's like, "Hey, Pete, we've been trying to call you since this morning." So I'm looking on front. Said, "You've been trying to call me? How you been trying to call me? I haven't received anything, any messages, anything." Um, so he just called out, just straight flat, just told me, "Your daughter died." Right. So I said that my daughter had died in the morning, Christmas morning. So that's another reason you guys know we've been doing the show for a while that we usually take off during this holiday season. And usually we come back next year. But the reason I'm doing this and the reason I'm saying this is because there's more to this story. Okay, and again, my condolences to anyone else who's lost someone in their family. My daughter was 16. At that moment, I lost it. Right, so I'm hitting the button to call counsel. Anyway, and they're telling me, yeah, the council is. They want all this information, and I'm like, I have to go. I can't stay. I have to go. And they're like, what's the problem? I said, I have to go. And they're like, can you bring the bus back? Can you block? So I just told Australia, I just found out. I just found out my daughter died. So then at that point, the girl on the other side, she goes, okay, listen, just lock the bus. At that point, I had already locked the bus, and I was just walking. So I'm walking down. I finally remember. I've been thinking about this street all day long. Tillery. I left the bus right there, and I started walking up and made the right on Tillery. They had told me the hospital, which was Wyckoff, Wyckoff Medical. That's where they had taken her. And I started walking down Tillery, and I guess I was like lost. Who knows how I was walking? I don't remember if I was balling or whatever. But a bus pulls up. Right, it was a B-15. Okay, guys, please remember it was a B-15. And the operator, he's honking the horn at me, and I'm just like lost. And he's like, yo, bro, are you okay? You okay, bro? So I tell him, no, I'm not okay. He's like, what's wrong? So I told him what happened. I said, what are you doing? What are you walking? I go, I had like $3 in my pocket. And like, I have to go to forgot the hospital already, Wyckoff. And I have no way to get there. And I'm just gonna walk it. So he said, hold on. So he pulled the bus over, and he got out, and he went in his pocket, and he $15. So he says, "Yo, brother, it's all I got. Take it. You know, I hope it helps you." And I was like, I know, Wyckoff Hospital like that way, So I'm just gonna walk and I'll keep asking people for the hospital. So he told me, he says, "Listen, just get a cab, all right?" And he's gave me my condolences and all that. I said, "All right." So anyway, make a long story short, I was able to get a cab, got to the hospital, and the rest is what anybody that will lose a family member will go through from that point on. What I would like, if anybody here maybe heard, this was from the B-15s. I believe the B-15 was in Flatbush at that point. No, that was in Flatbush, East New York, I believe it was the B-15, or still is. And I'm thinking he might be part of the Misfits. Maybe he's part of one of our bus groups. Next bus, please. Who knows? And this happened, way back in 2004. If anybody has heard something, like maybe, I mean, it's probably a little late to be bringing this up, but I just feel like I've always wanted to thank this brother. You know, he had people on his bus. He came off his bus. He gave me the money that he had, and I was able to make it, without having to walk. So if you guys could pass the word around, I would really like to thank this man, because I don't know, he was always been bothering me. That's like, yo, I never got to thank this bus operator who was there at the moment that I needed help and helped me out. So this was December 25th, 2004. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I couldn't even tell you what run it was, but it was a B-15. I guess he was leaving. When I got there, he was picking up and getting ready to go. Nah, man, I didn't get it. And maybe I got his name at that point, but I don't remember. But things. It's a small world, and maybe the brother was like told somebody the story. Oh, this happened over here, and helped out this guy, this bus operator, and um. Thank you, Vic. Um, so that's the reason I wanted to share this right now, because I'd really like to find out who it was, and I would like to thank him personally. Maybe even give him back his $15 for helping me out. Um, but yeah, Christmas has always been a tough time, and I know it's a tough time to many of you that's lost family members. Um, and that's how I wanted to start the show up. So hopefully this could get to his ears. Maybe the person will remember, and we'll meet up. I really want to thank him. I really want to thank him for helping me out. Anyway, sorry about that. I was trying to keep my composure. But it always feels like the same, like the first day around Christmas. I really have stopped pretty much caring, and you would understand why. But I have little kids, so you get strong and you celebrate, and you decorate, and of course you have to keep that tradition with your kids regardless, and keep my daughter, she's my first daughter, just keep her in my heart, in my mind all the time, as I know that any of you would do for your lost loved ones. So with that said, usually do some celebrations. So let's do some let's celebrate some birthdays, because there's always death and there's always someone being born. I don't know. Birthdays. Oh man, what's his brother? Brother, hold on. I can't without. How can we not bring that up? Oh man, hate when you got the person's name, or our brother. If any of you know, we got a bus operator that that just became a dad. So I want a happy birthday to his newborn. Uh, I wanted to. Oh my God, how did I meant to write that name, guys? Um, John Savio, John Savio the third. John Savio the third just became a dad. Um, a baby boy. All right, so happy birthday to his baby boy, John Salvio, for his birthday, the little baby. I'm gonna be some dispatcher one day, a supervisor. I want to shout out a birthday also to Sir Ronnie Fan, and Keith Canner. Keith Canner, happy birthday, Keith Canner. Jason Edhouse, our misfit from down under. Jason Edhouse, birthday to you, brother. And Alfred Alfonso. Alfred Alfonso used to work at Jackie Gleason Depot. Happy birthday. Those are the birthday for this week, guys. Remember that if you ever want to share or get a shout out for a birthday, just hit us up. Hit us up, and we'll make sure you get a birthday shout out. Hold on, someone's reading. My brother, I did not hear. Uh, thank you for that. It's funny that you're writing our Faith. That was my daughter's name, Faith, Faith Alexandria, Faith Alexandra Carrion. That's my baby girl's name. She rest in peace. Tina rest in peace. And Christmas was her favorite holiday, next to Halloween. So that's another reason to celebrate Christmas. So yeah, it's a happy birthday to all those guys. Now let's move on. Let's talk about something that's going on. As you know, guys, we politics is not really what we like to talk about, but when there's something important, some shenanigans, we gotta bring that up and talk about it. And this is coming out of our Jackie Gleason Depot, right? Or Jackie Gleason Depot. Um, well, not just Jackie Gleason Depot, TWU Local 100. As you'll know, we just voted. We had our elections, and the vice president continued. He won his position. JP, he won his position, but everybody under him, his slate, pretty much, they were all voted out by progressive change, that slate, which pretty much wiped everybody that was under JP, right? So okay, so everybody's all right. People voted, and the people showed who they wanted. But now what happens? JP just comes up, and he claims that there was cheating. He claims that there was cheating. Joe, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was what's the last stop on the 41 where the library is? Whatever that stop is. I haven't been in there so much, but then it was Tillery. So it was Tillery, and then right there, right off the corner, I just started walking up Tillery. I had not even reached J Street, I believe. J would have been the next one, or Adams would have been the next one. So it was between Adams and whatever that last stop of the 41, Catman Plaza. Yes, thank you, Bernard, thank you. Catman Plaza. It was Catman Plaza, and then it was Tillery between Catman Plaza and I believe was the next block, which would have been Adams. That turns into J. I believe it was Adams. So it was right there between that corner. I think the B-50 had just pulled out, and that's where it happened. All right. So anyway, so now they want to revote, not JP, not his. He's not going on, which I don't see why he wouldn't. If you believe that there was some um, cheating, something underhanded being done with the ballots, I would think. Uh, Hold on. You know what? Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you may be right. Maybe it was the 45 ends there. Oh my god, I'm so freaking lost. I thought the 15 ended downtown Brooklyn. So if it's not the 15, the 45 ends right there. Guess, but that would really mess it up even more now, right? But hopefully somebody could hear that story and come up on okay, maybe it was the 45. Um, but yeah, so now he wants people to run again. He wants the election to run again, but only for those under him because he believes that not too many people would have would did not like would not like him to wind up losing. But come on, JP, come on, man. I mean, I have so much respect for you, but this is such an underhand move. And his reason is that there were some X's on the ballots that were marked, and they looked the same. That they were marked perfectly inside the little box. And I mean, you're supposed to do a perfect. Mine was a perfect little box. I did it myself right there. At home and when I send my ballot. So it's I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't know whether you're on his side or not. If you're on his side, you got to think there's something that was shady. That's a shady move. So uh, anyway, what I want to get to is the January 3rd. I believe it's January 3rd. The ballots are going to be sent out. So guys, if you're happy with the way things went, or regardless who you voted for last time, you need to vote again. Don't be like, nah, fuck that. Forget it. I'm not doing it again. Listen, it just takes a matter of a minute, not even, to mark that ballot and send it out. So it's supposed to be going out in January 3rd. Please, if it may be 3 days, if you have not received your ballot, start calling. I don't have the number on me. If someone has the number, I'll post it up on the screen because we used to have it, but when we do shows, we just drop stuff out. Let me see, maybe maybe we do have no, I don't have it. uh the Blunt has some things that he keeps on his studio, like the birthday music, stuff like that. um so basically everybody should vote. Make sure you cast your vote, no matter what. Make sure you get your ballot. Those of you who voted against JP, gotta vote again. Make sure you send that ballot in. If you don't get it, make sure you call. And if you haven't called to make sure that you are in good standing, now is the right time to do it. Make sure you're in good standing. Get in good standing. Get those ballots on January 3rd. And listen, if there were no shenanigans behind everything, then everything should go back, and who won just before should win again. Because again, I don't see why JP wouldn't be like, captain goes down with a ship, right? So it's like he should put himself in there. And by the same token, I believe Robert Martinez should get another shot then, because if there were some shenanigans that he says on the ballots, that everything could be, a lot of more could be wrong. So, in my opinion, I think that they should just vote everything. That maybe someone up on top should be like, you know what? Let's do the whole re-elections all over again, which I heard that this never happened in TWU local history before. But I don't think you should be able to just pick and choose where you should do it. Uh, okay, so Lloyd Archer, thank you for that. So Lloyd Archer says you can go to AAA and pick up your ballot if you don't get it. So that's good. That's good. So guys, find out where AAA is, and come January 3rd, wait a couple days. If you don't get it, go. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of corruption. So if you feel if that corruption is there, JP, I would have been like, yeah, my whole team. I'm going with my team. We're gonna go all over again, and let's do this right, and go against Martinez again and see what happens. So that's how I feel about it. So again, remember, like, you got to go back over there. That's what I have an actual studio. It's rough. Okay, So enough of the TW local. You guys know what to do. Come January 3rd, make sure you vote. Go to AAA if you have to. Get the number. And anybody in your depots, you could get the number to AAA. If someone has it, just post it up there and save that number. And as soon as a couple days pass, make sure you call to get your ballot. Okay. Moving right along. Let's talk about some. Hey, Damien, thanks for joining us. Um, let's talk about some some issues that are happening with some new buses in MTA. So MTA is getting these new buses, right? And there seems to be a problem with the where the customers are upset. Okay, or is the thing? I don't have that there. Okay, we'll just stay with that. Yeah, so they're complaining about legroom. People get on and they say that there's not enough leg room. You know, it's the newest express buses the MTA had. I think they rolled out about 100 buses. Um, it was part of a $150 million order, which was placed by the MTA in 2019. It was for more than 300 buses from Prevost. Is it Prevost or Prevost? I believe it's Prevost. That's the Canadian company that manufactures. They have a plant upstate in Plattsburgh. So far they've had 100 buses that are in service. Okay, 100 buses that are in service, and MTA says they're not going to take those buses off. They're going to see what they could do to those buses to add that room. MTA, according to MTA, their their reason for not having so much room on these new buses are because they wanted to make more room for wheelchairs. Which I don't know. I thought there's enough room when the wheelchairs get on the express buses. I never drove an express bus, folks. If any of you are express buses, hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you know anything else about that. Um, yeah, Damien, I would think they would probably have to do that and just move those buses. But they're gonna try to do changes to the new buses, and for now they're holding up any other buses coming in because I mean these people they pay 675 for this press strips and you know they want to be comfortable. People want to be comfortable. You give them something and then you take it away. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna be upset about it. So um so I'd like to know like why like who signed off on this. Like do they come and do they ask the operators? Like, do they have a, a group of people that go and check these buses for everything, or do they just it's a pretty bus? Okay, it's good. Got more room for wheelchairs. Great, let it go through. Like who? I would like to know who does this. That's a lot of freaking money, man. It was what I said 150 million 150 million order, part of a $150 order that was in 2019 for more than 300 buses. I mean, wouldn't you like make sure? I mean, they put all these USB things for them to charge and all this free stuff they're giving them, and now they're not giving them enough room. Bernard, be nice, be saying the Nutcracker management don't have any sense. Doesn't it seem that way? It just seems like management like doesn't really have sense when it comes to how we operate. You would think that they would take their time to learn. At least ask us. I know a couple years ago we had some buses that were brought in with all these different mirrors for us to choose. And now there's like 7 or 8 buses in our depot that has these kind of different mirrors that not even everybody likes. But like, what happens? Like, why would you even do that? Why come to depots and talk to us and ask for our opinion on certain things and then not go with it? If anything, we are the ones that they should come to for anything that happens to do with our job, with what we do behind the wheel. Like the buses, like how should they be built? What kind of things would we want on our buses to have? You know, like that with the line. All these, I know there's people that have a lot of really good ideas. Bus operators have a lot of good ideas that can make the system so much better. But I don't know. I guess because we're underneath them, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, right? But when we have so many people, like, I mean, I've been already gonna go on 21 years working with transit. I think I know a little bit about what we would need and what would work for us, just like many other of you. You know, even I believe in the 5 years on the job, you would be able to think about what would work for us bus operators. Did you guys hear that? I hope not. Um, yeah, that would be a committee. That would be what they. But who's in the committee? It's all about money, guys. It's like all about freaking money. It just makes no sense. And yes, Damien, just like you said, frivolous spending. Well, at least we know one thing: they got money. The money's there. So when it's time to contract, please don't come at us with cents. It's pennies on the dollar. Slap in the face to us. Got to do right by us. For sure. Let me take a moment real quick and just let you guys know. First of all, we still have our hats. Our Two Transit Misfits hat is printed on it's a foam cap. We have the black and white, and we also have them with a red and white. So like the Brooklyn Pete edition and your boy Blunt edition. Either or, hit us up if you're interested to get one, and we'll mail it right to you. No, not it's cheap. It's cheap. Maybe we should do like a start of the year sale. I don't know. We'll see. But if you want, if you like them, these I don't know about these. This is embroidered. This costs us like money. So I don't know if we could actually sell these, but right now we got these guys. I don't know about the winter time, but you know, it's kind of good to get airy cap. And with that, let's just make sure that you guys follow us on our YouTube page. We're also on Instagram, and we're on oh my god, like everywhere right now. And let's just throw this up real quick, and we'll be right back. Take a little break.
In a world where stress is at an all-time high, where politics and disease have taken over the headlines, Brooklyn Pete and your boy Blunt present to you the original talk and live entertainment show for transit workers worldwide. Team Transit Misfits. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay notified.
And like always, thank you to Dan J. Bird for that promo. That's really cool of him. And we move on. Hey, we haven't done this in a while. We have not done this one in a while.
Tell me something good.
Oh, I hit it twice. Okay, so this is coming out of Hollywood, bro. Coming out of Hollywood, California. This little boy went ahead and he wrote a card. Is it this one or is it? I want to. He wrote this little card to the Hollywood Police Department, thanking them for their service. You can see right there. Thank you for your service. From my piggy bank to you. This is William Sherman. William Sherman. And he took that money. Oh, man. Such a sweet kid. And he sent his money from his piggy bank to the Hollywood Police Department. So this is, I mean, the Hollywood Police Department, they're like, wow, like they got on this real quick. The story's gone around. And this is what's going on with that right now.
It was such a sweet gesture. And, you know, especially during the holidays, it was just like, oh gosh, what can we do
Hollywood police need your help. Do you know a child named William Hernandez? The department is looking to thank him after they got this holiday card in the mail on Monday. Inside it reads, "Thank you for your service." He also put his piggy bank money inside
and said, "From my piggy bank to you." So we were like, oh, what a sweet gesture. You know, all of us were smiling. It was really, really sweet. But it didn't have a return address.
So without an address, Hollywood police went to social media to try to find William. They instantly received messages that they hope could lead them to him. Police tell us the impact of William's generosity is reaching far and near.
2 troopers from Tennessee, and they reached out. I guess, you know, it was shared through social media, so people in Tennessee saw it, and they're like, oh, if you find out who it is, let us know. We want to send them some goodies too. So it's making its way around, which is great, because that, you know, that was the point. We're hoping that we could track him down.
Hollywood police are asking if you think you know who William Hernandez is, do not comment his address or information on the social media posts, but send them a private message or call. Reporting, Marcine Joseph, NBC6 News.
So he said, oh, let me look at that card. Is that Hernandez? I'm over here saying Sherman. Let me see that card. William. Oh, this is William S. Hernandez. Okay, my bad. So it's William Hernandez. I'm saying Sherman. Okay, so William Hernandez. So that's a sweet gesture from this kid to give whatever he had. Yeah, Damien. Yeah, it's Hernandez. It's not Sherman. Yeah, I screwed up. Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought about Emo. Wallaway Sydney. Oh, Wallaway Sydney. Sherman. It's Hernandez. Okay, so it's a nice story. Don't tell me something good. Hopefully, maybe we could bring back an update on that what happened. So that kid is gonna have a really nice Christmas from this police department and other police departments getting together. So that's going to be a sweet kid. Pass the word around. Any of our people that watch from California, if you know about this, pass the word around. Maybe you can find out this little boy and really make this Christmas really special. There's still a couple of days left. Speaking of Christmas, wow, you know, I want to let you guys know that on our next show, which again, it's not going to be on New Year's Eve. It's not going to be New Year's Eve. It's not going to be New Year's Eve. Oh God, I'm sorry. I there's forgot to at the beginning of the show when I was talking about everybody that we've lost. And I was asking you guys to put names up, and I mentioned two people that had just passed. But I have to mention also, of course, my best friend whose dad has passed some time back now, and it's always been rough for her. And you know, condolences to that because again, it's rough. And also, sorry I'm going back, but I just realized it. And also, her sister, also a really good friend of ours, like family to us, who also lost her husband um, to COVID, and that's also, you know, and she's taking that very hard, especially every single holiday because they're like the ultimate couple. So okay, so now I did that. I'll feel guilty later. Could move on. Again, condolences. What was I saying? Check this out. This is, if anybody had heard about this show, it's an animated, it's an actual a Puerto Rican show. It's an animated, authentic, a Puerto Rican girl's Christmas, and I believe they just had it on. But it's Alma. She's a 6-year-old little girl, and she lives like in a poor neighborhood, right? I believe it's from the Bronx, and it's just like her life going through things with her family. And they just had a special. There's this picture on the show, so PBS Alma. You guys, if it'd be nice to show a little support, because it's not always that you see something Hispanic shows out there. We had some on TV that actually got canceled, stuff like that. But this seems like really cute for your children. So PBS, look it up. They have a special Christmas show. They just had it on Monday. They probably replay it on PBS. So I think it's just worth mentioning. I came along, and oh, see, this is why sometimes it's always good. I mean, you could do the show by yourself. I started the show myself, but when you have your co-host who work with you, reminds you of certain things to do. Um, and we couldn't do it last week, but also we're talking about people that may have lost. Uh, which always. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find something right now, so I don't. Our show's almost over too. Give me a second. Let me find it real quick. Blunt. I don't think I'm doing that bad, but if I forget something, he'll remind me, and that's how we go back and forth. I'm trying to at least the date. Anyway, but we wanted to post. I want to post this picture right now, folks. This an old friend of ours who was a misfit from the beginning, and we mentioned him last week. And I remember I saw the picture because Blunt had said we'd have a picture. I guess he put the picture up before during that night, maybe. But this is our friend Von Brooks. He just lost his fight. And passed away. This was just a couple of days ago. So our condolences to his family, because again, there's another family that won't have him for this holiday. It just happened. He came to one of our barbecues, and Von Brooks, again, condolences to the family. And we meant to do this on our last show, but because Blood Studio was having a little problem with this computer, we couldn't get the picture up in time. So a little late, but thanks guys for keeping him, his family, his prayers. And what else can I tell you? Let's end up with something good. It's thank you, Bernard. Thank you for that. Let's end up on a good note. For those of you that haven't heard, we Toys R Us. Toys R Us is coming back. Coming back. Toys R Us is coming back. They are opening the only store. I'm getting sniffles now. They're opening the only U.S. store. The only U.S. store this Tuesday is going to be the grand opening in New Jersey. It's a 2-story, 20,000 square foot toy store. It's going to be at the American Dream Complex. The American Dream Complex. I've never been there. I guess it's a really big mall. They will host a grand opening Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. guys. So I guess it'll be after Christmas, but I guess it could have opened earlier. It would have been great if they would have opened just before Christmas. But it's the only Toys R Us store in the U.S. All right. They invited media in last week for a sneak peek. So it's a 20,000 square foot store inside American Dream, the retail and entertainment complex in the Meadowlands. Okay, so that's where it's at. Um, so it says here they're still waiting on permits. So officially, hopefully, will be open on time. Oh, the permits came in on Sunday. Okay, so Tuesday 3:30 p.m. The ribbon cutting will have doorbuster sales on select toys, guys. So if you're in the area, maybe that'll be the place to be. You'll be greeted by Jeffrey the giraffe. They're gonna have giveaways. So man, damn, maybe I'll go. I'm on vacation. Hey, babe, we're going to Toys R Us on Tuesday. They're gonna have giveaways throughout the day, and the first 300 people will get a free water bottle. A free water bottle. Okay. So they went bankrupt back in 2017, and now is owned by WHP Global, who currently has more than 100 stores internationally and a digital presence of its own, and through Macy's website. Okay, so all right. So if you want more, you could go online. You could get the whole story, but basically, it also has a cafe, an ice cream parlor that's gonna initially serve grab and go treats, and a 2-story slide. Woo. That's going to open up in 2022. The store, which is the Toys R Us global flagship, has 10,000 toys set up by brand and play pattern. Among them, favorites such as Lego, Barbie, Playmobil, arts and crafts, and books. So that's pretty interesting. I think I just might want to go. I think I might want to go. Why does Davis? Why does Jeffrey look like he's on Quaaludes? Let's go. Let's go back to that picture. Let's go check it out. He looks like he's on Quaaludes. Is that a camel toe? Is that a camel toe? Oh man! All right, guys. Okay, it's nice little laugh. I needed that. Um, I really needed that. You know what I said about that picture?
That's weird.
Yeah, it sure is. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me on tonight's show. It was rough. I thank you. I hope you guys will share the show. I want to thank everybody that joined me tonight. Again, your boy Blunt is not feeling well. Hit him up, see how he's doing. I'm sure he'll be fine for our last show of the year. The last show of the year, we have a guest that we've been going back and forth trying to get him in here. It's a doctor. Yeah, we're gonna talk about COVID or Omicron or whatever it is that you talked about. He's hitting people up real. He's really hitting hard the message of the virus, and we had him already once on here, Dr. C. Yab, MD, and he's down to come back. It's just that the time and date of this show and the last show he couldn't make, or last show he was traveling somewhere. So waiting. We may have him on to end the year on our next week. So we should have Dr. C. Yab, MD. If you're watching, Doctor, hit me up. I'm going to send him another email, text him later just to make sure he could make it in. And guys, we from time to time we have guests, and if you want to be part of our show, hang out with us for a while, what have you, all you got to do is email us. Okay, email us at twotransit.misfits@gmail.com. That's your boy Blunt's part, but he's not here, unfortunately. But hit us up if you want to be part of the show. If maybe you have a message or something you want to talk about, because here we are neutral, right? So from time to time we like to, or we might just invite you just to hang out with us, and at the same time talk with us and give your opinion on whatever it is that we talk about during the show. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday, Merry Christmas. Stay safe out there. Today, out of our Jackie Gleason Depot, I heard that we had 66 open runs. For those of you who don't know, the open runs means that there's no driver to operate the bus. So that route, that run is not covered. So they're like a bus or two, whatever it is on that line, missing. So those of you who've been driving out there, man, all the best. Stay strong. I know it's rough right now at the end of the year. It's not easy for any of us. I'm actually on vacation for this 2 weeks, so I guess I'll be lucky enough to not have to deal with that till next year when I go back to work, God willing. But thank you, Paula. Thank you very much for that. So let me just, Paula, I want to thank you all for your continued support. As you know, we don't really share the show a lot, so you might see low count of views. For us, what we care about is those that really like to watch us. We don't want to push it. I mean, on Sundays, we will share this live to other pages. But if you want to see it live, you gotta hook up with us on either YouTube, here on Facebook, Two Transit Misfits, to watch the show. If you work in transit, then obviously you can join us on our sister page, Next Bus Please, where we also run it live there. But our Facebook page, Two Transit Misfits, our YouTube, Two Transit Misfits, we really want to grow our show there, so please follow. And like I was saying, I just like sidetrack myself. As I was saying, if we have only 10 people watching this, 10 people we're doing the show for. It's all about like family. We got you guys like family. We love the interaction that we have with you. We like to have a little different, kind of show with you. We like to keep away from the politics, because there's other pages and groups that deal with that. But of course, from time to time, something important, we'll talk about it, or we'll have somebody like that on our show. We may have someone also soon, big, that we're going to be doing re-elections again, TWU Local 100. So stay tuned to that. Again, remember, we're going to have a doctor. Hopefully he'll be in next week before we for our last show of the year. And if you have any questions about COVID, that might be the time to tune in so that you could get your question answered. Okay. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, because if you well, it's very entertaining. Thanks for no politics. Yeah, we really, there was a time when we were like talking a lot of politics, because I mean we have friends that were running and stuff like that, so we like to talk about it. But since then, they now have their own platforms, their own pages. They do their own lives. So unless it's something really important, you could easily go to those other groups and watch them and get your politics information from there. So thank you so much again for joining us for this evening. Again, boy Blood, we'll see you next week. Gotta call and make sure he's okay. And wow, I can't. Okay. So with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete. Again, have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. For my Hispanic people that love Noche Buena, which is tomorrow, it's gonna be awesome. Pernil or whatever you have to eat. Hey, send us pictures on our email. Send us pictures of what you're gonna be having for New Year's Eve, and we could post them. And we also have our Instagram page. All right. So guys, again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for standing by me on this rough show, especially in the beginning. And love you all. Thank you for you. I'm really thankful for all of you for being there and being with us here every week. Have a good night. See you next week. Peace.
Thank you.